Hello, my name is Cristina Dragomir and I am Associate Professor and Scientific Researcher with PhD in Mechanical Engineering and a second PhD in Management. I teach about technologies of transport and I include responsible tech overview in my classes. I am President of the European Centre for Social Responsibility and I deliver advisory projects of Sustainable Development Goals as they were adopted by the United Nations World Leaders for the UN Summit in 2015. I'm expert in gender equality and I'm the founding member of the Professional Association for Women called Women's International Shipping and Trading Association WISTA Romania branch. I'm also a member of the Tech and Future International Committee of WISTA International. Having my expertise as scholar and Sustainable Development Goals advisor, I would like to share with you today some of the most important perspectives on bridging the skill gap in the global society. I will underline in my speech the need to focus on awareness, on education and training for responsible tech. I believe education systems worldwide need urgently to be adapted to the digital context we are living now. However, this adaptation should be carefully considered and should be done within some limits. The European Economic and Social Committee has adopted an opinion on the future of work, in which we need to focus on education and training and to adapt education systems to the needs of the labor markets, which are currently undergoing rapid and dramatic changes brought by the new digital and industrial revolution. Despite the potential of the new revolution to create new jobs and to improve productivity and life and job quality, countries and industry stakeholders must be prepared to respond to some of the adverse effects, such as the disappearance or transformation of many jobs and the widening of the wage gap between skilled and low-skilled workers. In my opinion, there are also other challenges to consider beside those. COVID-19 pandemics had the result to speed up digitalization in the entire sector, and this is the only good thing that happened during pandemics. Digitalization was highly anticipated anyway, but pandemics made us aware on the need to embrace new digital technologies and thus new perceptions that lead to something revolutionary, and I felt like really revolutionary. That would be the disruptive innovation. What disruptive innovation means? It refers to innovation that transforms expensive or highly sophisticated products or services previously accessible only to a specific high-end segment of consumers to those that are more affordable and accessible to a broader population. Products designed for more skilled consumers are now available to a large mass of people. For example, people are using now smartphones instead of laptops or desktops for their daily needs, like for browsing or for streaming or for delivering office tasks. And these types of apps are increasingly intuitive. Disruptive innovation leads to creative design of products. For example, technological enhancements have enabled cell phones to be equipped with small processors and chips and software applications that support selective functions. And other examples of disruptive technology include e-commerce, online news sites, ride-sharing apps, and GPS systems. Or take, for example, subscription-based movie streaming services as a classic example of disruptive innovation, using a new business model and technology to disrupt an existing market. Initially, the company that I'm referring to has offered a DVD by mail rental service dedicated to a narrow group of customers, and later launched its online subscription-based movie streaming service where a very large mass of customers can reach, including me. I had 2 months of subscription to this company, and after that I've stopped. Why did I do that? I will answer to this question to the end of my discourse, and you will understand why did I choose this example. You will understand why did I choose this example. Remember, subscription-based movie streaming services are just only one example of many other disruptive technology having the advantage of reaching a larger mass of consumers at a pretty fair price. So more people can access this type of technology, and more people can access it at an affordable price. And they can access the newest movie release or a very interesting TV documentary. But however, there is a certain aspect that will change the dynamics of the subscription-based movie streaming service in the close future. And I'm referring now to responsible tech. Businesses must adapt to the evolution of technologies in order to keep up with the dynamic context of the society. And here is where responsible tech comes in. Let's look at historical past experience and let's look into the facts. Technology is very good, and we have used it in education for at least 2,500 years. Digital and technology-driven education revolution emerged between 1950s and 1970s, when digital revolution occurred, and digitalization back then was a topic of technology. After 1990s, digitalization became a business subject. Digital technology has been increasingly used to facilitate or to back up oral communication. And today, digitalization and digital learning became a subject of leadership knowledge. Citizens need skills of digitalization to overcome the increasing needs of the society. And we, the educators and the universities and the academia, need to teach them this kind of skills. In fact, we already teach them STEM education, and this is very good. But what needs to be also included, and what we need to focus more, is about the perspective on responsible technology skills. Now we are currently living in a challenging, highly tech and digital context known as the algorithmic age, as it was defined by the OECD, Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, and the International Transport Forum in 2019. Algorithmic age is the actual time context where automated technologies and decision-making systems are starting to influence world-scale economies, affecting directly and indirectly end users and beneficiaries. What is needed now is to make people aware about both the opportunities and the challenges that this kind of technology implies. Which are the ethical limitations of the automated technologies? And do our students know about such limitations? But what about employers and industry stakeholders? Ethical limitations of digitalization and automation, disruptive technologies, and responsible tech lead to new skills more appropriate to the present and to the future. Our children are very much familiar with social media content available for the large mass. Our children are very much familiar with social media content available for a large mass. For example, in Europe, a large part of teenagers are users of a video-focused social networking service, hosting a variety of short-form user videos. The same service was banned in some countries on the basis of pornography-related concerns, and other countries have implemented restrictions to mitigate the spread of information which could lead to conflict. This happened due to concerns related to non-ethical and irresponsible usage of mass social means of communication. I have ended my subscription to movie streaming services due to the large amount of time that disruptive innovation actually cost. So it was not about the money, but rather about other type of costs. The subscription fee was pretty affordable, but time consumption was huge. So here are other skills that new generation should meet. Skills necessary to overcome challenges brought by disruptive innovation and by time-consuming technologies. Here is a bit of a paradox. While some technology helps us a lot in delivering time-consuming tasks, others are actually time-consuming, and we enjoy to be enabled them to make them use for fun. So remember the time consumed that some disruptive innovation bring, and the thing that we enjoy that. During pandemic, beside health aspects, those aspects related to time were aspects that we thought a lot. What is more healthier, and what do we choose? Either going outside with friends and family and having fun, or staying inside in front of a screen, no matter it's a TV screen or laptop or smartphone screen. Do we choose real socialization or digital socialization? Which one is more comfortable? And what about finding clients and designing businesses using real versus digital socialization and marketing? I believe digitalization is indeed useful, really highly useful, but only a certain extent comes here, and there should be a certain point and the boundary and the limit, and this is something we must decide upon, where exactly this boundary should be imposed by ourselves. Students of today will be the workers of tomorrow must have very good time management skills. Time management is the ability to use your time productively and efficiently, and is the art of having time to do everything that you need without feeling stressed about it. You might think it's simple, but it's much harder in practice. So in conclusion, we need to prepare students with skills related to time management, and also to make them aware what responsible tech means, what is ethical and what is non-ethical in disruptive innovation. Definitely education plays an essential role, key role actually, in here. Through education, we need to properly guide them how to make their best choices that will help themselves and the society overall. Thank you for your attention.